Alright, hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video, kind of. I mean, it is a Starfield video, but we're not in Starfield. So, the mods this week have been kind of lackluster, so I've wanted to do this for a while. So today we're going to be doing a tier list of the paid weapons mods. We'll eventually do a tier list of all the paid mods, maybe even the free mods. So we've got, these are, I believe, all of the weapons I have reviewed that are paid. I think I've done a review of most of them. There's, just off the top of my head, I may have missed some. If I missed some, let me know. But yeah, so let's go through we'll go through the tiering. You can't see my mouse, which is weird, but yeah. So at the top here, we've got ship parts. Basically, this is kind of the creme de la creme of paid mod weapons. So if it gets in ship parts, it's honestly probably the best thing since ship parts. Obviously, we haven't gotten ship parts, so that's probably a bit of a... But yeah. So very nice is, as it says, very nice. It's a really nice mod. It's not a ship part, so like it's like I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. We're gonna try and we're gonna try and not put too many in ship parts because I feel like ship parts is, you know, kind of the be all end all. Freestar Ranger approved. This is when the mod kind of it fits into the game, gets the job done, but like it's nothing special. So you know, the Freestar Ranger would even use it. So then we've got Call of Duty. So this is when a weapon mod isn't inherently bad, but it's just not, like, it doesn't really fit into the game necessarily. So yeah, like, in the Call of Duty, it's not a bad weapon necessarily, it just doesn't belong in the game. Next, we've got My Granny as a mod author. That is when... when a weapon is kind of questionable in one way or another, either it causes issues in the game or it was implemented poorly. Generally speaking, it's kind of like a little bit of a slight at let's say the weapons being a bit, yeah. And then finally we have scam. So yeah, scam is just how it is. It's a scam. So yeah, let's get into it. We've got 37 weapons here, mainly guns. We've got a couple of melee weapons. Just as we go through them, we're gonna talk about the price of them and who creates them. And yeah, let's jump into it. So we're gonna just pick one at random. Let me see. Well, this one. So this is the 10mm pistol. We'll put this at the front. This is the 10mm pistol from Fallout 3 by Hara. It's 300 credits. So, ooh. So I'm going to kind of give my opinion on, like, where I put it and why I put it. So I'm a big fan of the 10mm pistol. I think it's really cool. I kind of like the idea of the weapon being kind of implemented into the game from a different franchise. I think Fallout weapons, obviously, with some weapons, I feel like there's leeway, you know, like implementing, say, like Star Wars weapons and stuff, maybe a bit finicky, but Fallout weapons kind of, we're gonna put it at Freestar Ranger approved because I do like it and I think it's a cool weapon, but the price of it and the fact that it's an existing weapon, it's not like kind of, obviously it is made from scratch, but obviously it's based on a weapon. So yeah, it's a good start. What is this one? All right, this, I believe this is this one here. This is the Allied, where is it here? This is the Allied Weapons Pack by Aurora. It's 400 credits. This adds so the assault rifle you see in the picture is, it's based on I think it's, I don't know if Aurora like came up with it themselves, but it also has a Vector, which I'm a pretty big fan of the Vector. 400 credits for 2 weapons is honestly, like, it's a GG. I'm just gonna put it straight in very nice. I really like both the Vector and the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the assault rifle. So next we're gonna pick, what is this one here? All right, we'll move this one here. So this is our, I think, our only like this is our only non gun melee weapon. So this is the improvised weapons, improvised explosive weapons, I think, by Anvil Creations. 200 credits. It's essentially a can that you can make into an IED and you can throw, and then you have a detonator. Honestly, it's just very nice. Gets the job done. 11 out of 10. Would do again. All right, so I am picking these at random because obviously, yeah. We'll do this one next. So this is the fucking go there. All right, there we go. So this is the mini cutter proto. No. Sorry, I have it written down. Give me a second. This is the. It should be up here, isn't it? Yeah, this is the mini laser cutter by Phoenix. So this is, okay, so it's a cool idea. It basically kind of turns the cutter. It makes the cutter smaller, turns it into a weapon. It's a cool idea. But I think that it's implemented in a way that we're just gonna put it at my granny's a mod author, just because it's a good weapon. It's a cool weapon, but all you're essentially doing is kind of making the cutter smaller, and kind of like there's different attachments and stuff. But yeah, I think that it's we'll call that. So next we're gonna look at the, here we go. We got the Ryujin. This is the Ryujin, not the Ryujin. That's not how you. It's the Ryujin, compact assault rifle by Heroic Pie 300. So it's much credit. This is, I've done a review of all these weapons, by the way. I'll have a link in the description. This is 300 credits. I'm gonna put it in Call of Duty because I think it's a cool gun. I think the mod author tried to kind of insinuate that it is utilized by the Ryujin. I don't know if they actually do use it. I'm trying to remember a lot of these, I'm trying to remember, but it is just Call of Duty. In my opinion, it doesn't really fit into the lore of the game. And you may be asking, well, Crimson, how would you fit it into the lore of the game? Well, obviously, first and foremost, if you're going to be, getting 3D assets of weapons, you would try and hope to go for space weapons, or sci-fi weapons. But if you didn't go for sci-fi weapons and you decided to go for a more realistic modern shooter, then it'd be cool to have a little quest with it to kind of explain where it came from. But yeah, next on the list we have this one here. This is the Spec 9 laser by Aiden Watts. This is 400 credits. Now here's the thing, right? I actually quite like this pistol. I think it looks cool, but 400 credits for a pistol that is not in tiering and doesn't have a tier system, isn't level list, it's going to my granny's a mod author. It could have been a lot better. And yeah. All right, so next one we have this one here. This is the nuke launcher. Let me get the exact name of it. Where is it? Hold on now. Wait. This is the Bomb Attack nuke launcher by Bub. It's 300 credits. Very cool weapon. It's just a nuke launcher. The thing is I'm kind of on the fence with it because it's quite a cool weapon, but it's utilizing the kind of the explosive system that is already in Starfield with the kind of grenade launcher sort of thing. And currently that system, honestly, it's kind of a bit of a lackluster, but we're gonna put it at very nice because it is a really cool weapon. I wouldn't be overly fond of it from a gameplay point of view, just because I'm not a big fan of kind of that, but I think it is very cool. We'll rearrange these in a minute. All right, so next we've got this is, I believe, the Valor Armaments WAS-31 shotgun by Hara, 300 credits. So this is, I believe it's loosely based on the Spaz 12. It's really nice texture-wise. I think, if I remember correctly, my only kind of issue was the texture was a bit worn, which I found kind of weird if it's made by like a specific like in-game company. Also, I kind of wish the stock it had a spaz stock, you know, the spaz stock folding down. But we'll give it a Freestar Ranger approved because it's a cool weapon. So next we have, what are we looking at here? What is that? I remember what this is. Oh yes, okay. So this is the, where is it? Hold on out. Where is it? This is, I believe, the Laredo Arabella revolver by Bob, 300 credits. This is going in ship parts. This is an amazing pistol revolver mod. And the reason I'm putting in ship parts, obviously, it's really, really cool, like 11 out of 10. But it's based on a revolver that is in Destiny. In Destiny, there's a revolver called the Truth, which is the Trust, not the Truth. Which is a Gambit revolver. Very, very cool. I've always been a huge fan of it. So having this kind of the real world gun in the game, it's just a 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10 even. So next we're looking at, this is the Medieval Sword by, let me look, where is it there? This is the Medieval Sword by Aiden Watts, 200 credits. It's going in My Granny's a Mod Author. It's not a scam necessarily because you know what you're getting, but it's just like, does it fit into the game? Kind of. Yeah, any blacksmith could probably make a medieval sword, but honestly, if you were to like, you'd probably have a better looking sword if you just ripped some of the stuff from Oblivion. Next we have another melee based one. Put that in front. This is, I believe, which one? Hold on, which one is this? This is Modular Melee by Kaoru Satao. It's 100 credits. So this adds a couple of kind of weapons that are kind of modular into the game. They're very lightsabery. They're quite cool. They're not in the level system, and they're not in the level system, and they are not in the. They're like not on a tier system. So because of that, I'm going to put it in Call of Duty. It's 100 credits, so you can't go that wrong necessarily. If it was if it had a tier system, like if it, you know, like you could find them in advanced or superior, you know, blah blah blah, and it had an actual level system, I would put it in Freestar Ranger. I think it's kind of cool, but yeah. So next one here, this is, we're just gonna get this out of the way. This is the Raijin. This, you fucking go there. I don't know if this want to go. This is the Raijin revolver by Tuj, 300 credits. This is a fucking scam. So fun fact, I don't know. For all of these weapons, I am going off of like my own information. So, but with regards to this one, this weapon came out broken. It would basically cause your weapons to every weapon would have penetrator rounds, and it would make the ammo attach, or the magazine attachments for a lot of guns invisible. I don't know if it's been fixed. Probably hasn't been fixed. Realistically, regardless of it, whether it's been fixed or not, it's been several months and it's still up, still getting money. It's a scam. So yeah. So next on the list, we're going to, let me see. Here we go. We got the Delta shotgun. So this is, where is it? Delta shotgun. The Delta 12 shotgun by HyperX, 300 credits. We're going to put it in My Granny's a Mod Author for the simple reason that, one, I don't believe it's on the level system, or is it? Again, I'm going off of information that may be slightly outdated. The main reason I am putting this in My Granny's a Mod Author is because it has extra patches that basically make it spawn in the world and make it exist in like the level system, which that in itself kind of defeats the purpose, because if you're going to make a paid mod, one of the main reasons you would make a paid mod is so that users can use achievements. And by having free patches, you've essentially just kind of like, yeah, you just fucked it, bud. All right, so next one on the list, we're going to look at the AK-0000. It goes AK30 by 8 star. It's 400 credits. My granny's a mod author. It's the I will say, straight off the bat, the textures on the gun and like the skins and stuff, very, very cool. The weapon, it performs, it's extremely broken in terms of like how powerful it is, and it will literally crash your game. Again, I'm not sure if the mod author has fixed it since then. If they have, cool, but still, I'm going off of when I kind of tried these weapons at launch. So next one on the list, we're gonna look at, here we go, we got the stapler. So this is the, where is it? Hold on, let me look for it. I know what it is, but I just want to get the exact name correct. This is a staple edition by Malloy Inc., 300 credits. So, I think it's definitely a cool mod. It's kind of a jokey mod. I know that there's like a lot that went into it with the kind of the customization and stuff. Really, really cool. I am going to put it in Freestar Ranger approved because it's a cool one. I will say, I know that I think the mod author, I think Malloy is working on an update for it. But it's one of these things where, like, at first glance, it kind of looks like a joke mod, which is, I mean, kind of cool. But, yeah. It's still, it's cool. You know, it's Freestar Ranger approved. All right, so next we're going to look at is the G17X sidearm. This is by HyperX again, and it's going to kind of go in the same boat here. My granny's a mod author. If the weapon like functioned and had like a loot level system and kind of spawned in the world, I would put it in Call of Duty. It's just it's one of these things where like the mod author clearly has taken. They basically either bought or got the assets for a G17 for free and just kind of implemented it into the game. So yeah. Next one we're going to look at is this one here. So this is the plasma. Where is it? Hold on now. Give me a minute. This is the plasma weapon bundle by Bub, 400 credits. It's just very nice, and I would probably put it. I'm gonna have to put it at the top, very nice, because it's just, yeah. It's really good. Like it works out 200 credits for per weapon, 2 weapons. I believe it's 2 weapons. It might be more. I don't know. But yeah. All right. So next one we're gonna check out is this is the Proto Cutlass by. Hold on now. Where is it? Give me a minute. I know who it is by. I just need to get the price. Proto Cutlass by Aiden Watts, 200 credits. This is another My Granny's a mod author. Yeah, it's like it lacks texture and polish and kind of sheen and finish. I'm using words that hopefully make sense. If you actually compare it to like some of the melee weapons in the vanilla game, it just looks so weird. Yeah, and it's 200 credits for an asset you probably bought. Actually, no, you probably made it, which, looking at it, you may have made it, but still, Jesus Christ, 200 credits. All right, so next one we're going to look at, this is the Apollo 9 pistol by, hold on now. This is the Apollo 9 pistol by Nova Finch Creations, 200 credits. It's a very cool 9mm pistol. We're gonna smack it in there in Freestar Ranger approved. It's a really good pistol, but ultimately, I'm not a huge fan of it just because it's definitely not going in Call of Duty because it's implemented very well. I'm just kind of like not a pistol. Well, I am a pistol fan, but I just kind of prefer, you know, like pistols that fit into the game. So we've got a couple of other pistols here. We're gonna kind of do that. We're gonna speed run the pistols. So I believe one of these, okay, both of these, are by Aurora. Okay, I think that's the. Oh, I think this is the B320 by Aurora, 200 credits. Again, we're just gonna put that Freestar Ranger approved. I think this one is the 5.7. Again, they're both really good weapons. Like, they function well. Only issue is, again, and Aurora, to be fair, they call them Old World, an old US Army, which is kind of cool. You know, like, they fit into the lore. I'm not saying they don't. That's kind of thing with, like, the Freestar Ranger approved. Like, they can fit into the lore somewhat. Next one we're going to check is this is the LBR. Oh, now let me get the exact name. This is the LBR-10 by Aiden Watts. It's 400 credits. And honestly, it's going in my granny's a mod author. It's a cool idea. Basically, they've reskinned the Orion to make it fire differently. And they've made this kind of like thing that looks like it's somebody's first attempt at making a weapon texture. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy making 3D models, because it's not. I tried to make downloaded GIMP. Was it GIMP? No, not GIMP. Blender, and tried to make a plasma pistol, 3D plasma pistol from Fallout 3. It didn't work. Yeah. So next we're gonna check out we'll check out this one. This is the Astra 19. Come back to me. There we go. This is the Astra 19 pistol by Heroic Pi 117. 300 credits. I will say, I actually quite liked how this gun looked, but I'm gonna have to put it in Call of Duty just because it's not balanced very well. Yes, it's a pistol, but I feel like in a role-playing game like Starfield, every weapon should be viable. And it's kind of not too viable. The next one here, we've got the Ward and Dunn SMG, I believe it's called. Ward and Dunn SMG by Heroic Pi. We're going to slap this bad boy in Freestar Ranger approved. Really cool SMG. Quite unique. Fits it. I think it fits into Starfield. It doesn't look like it's not based on a real world gun to my knowledge. It may be based on a gun from a different game, which if that's fair, I suppose. Next, we're going to check the what is this one? Let me see. This is the VMP-31 assault rifle by Hara. This is 300 credits. Okay. So this one specifically, very cool. Kind of based loosely on looks kind of like it's based on the PPSH, kind of. Now, I am going to put it in Call of Duty, and the only reason I'm going to put it in Call of Duty is because when I used it originally to do the testing on Xbox, the fire rate was so high that it would slow down the game. That's the only reason I'm putting it there. I think it's a cool weapon, but yeah, it's the fire rate was a bit of a problem. Obviously, like I said, with all these may have been, by now, all of these weapons, any of the critiques I'm giving them, like regarding bugs, may have been fixed. But I'm just going off of what I know at the time. So next one we're going to check. This is Melee Mayhem by J Vogie, 100 credits. Honestly, 100 credits for some melee weapons. We're going to have to put it in very nice. It's the really nice melee weapons. They fit into the game, the lore really well. I think the only thing that lets it down, and again, this is not the mod author's fault, but the lack of melee animations in the game. Despite Starfield having quite a few melee weapons, melee animations and melee weapons in general are kind of a bit of a letdown, but this, yeah, it's just very nice. You can't go wrong. All right, next we've got the crossbow. This is another, I believe this is another bub weapon. Let me see. This is the Ryujin Tactical Crossbow by Bub, 300 credits. Really cool weapon. Very cool. Uses crossbow bolts. I'm going to have to put it in very nice because even though I'm not a huge crossbow fan necessarily, mechanically the way it works is very, very impressive. Very, very cool. All right, next one on the list, we have what is this one? See? I think that's the grenade launcher. Yes, that's a grenade launcher. This is the Valor Armaments VA-19 Ultra Grenade Launcher by Hara. It's 400 credits. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna put it in very nice because it's really cool. Bit pricey in my opinion. We're gonna put it on the end very nice. If it was a little bit cheaper, I could definitely kind of put it up there. We'll move around the tier list in a minute. All right, so we'll do this bad boy here. So this is the Jaeger 556 LMG by Nova Finch, 300 credits. This is going in ship parts. This is awesome. Starfield is severely lacking in the kind of the the light support weapons or just squad automatic weapons like your LMGs. It doesn't. I mean, the closest thing it has to kind of a squad support weapon in the game would be the micro gun and the mag storm rather. But yeah, this is just it's just 11 out of 10. Fucking phenomenal. All right, so next one on the list we've got this here. This is the LBR 10 by Aiden Watts. It's 400 credits. And I like how it looks. I'm not gonna lie. I like how it looks. See, I want to put it in, like, I realize now the Call of Duty is kind of meant to be kind of for things that either don't fit into the game. I'm going to put it in Call of Duty because it's really cool, but it doesn't have a tiering system. It doesn't have a tiering system. Oh, actually, I can't put it there because I actually prefer this weapon. I put it there. All right, we're gonna have to put it in Granny's a mod author because while it is cool, I like how it looks. The scopes and stuff were invisible. That could have been on me. Don't think it was, but it could have been. But we're gonna we'll move it around. Next, we've got the RO18 Raptor assault rifle by Heroic Pie. 300 credits. It's currently on sale for 210. We're gonna put that bad boy in Call of Duty. It's does what says the tin. Bit too tactical for Starfield, in my opinion. It's kind of based loosely on the Bison, I believe. I think. All right. Next one we have here, we'll go. Oh, what is this one? We'll go with the Lumi. The Lumi. Where's that? Hold on now. The Lumi rifle system by Bub. This is 400 credits. I will say I like how it looks, but it gives me kind of Destiny vibes a little bit. So we're gonna put it in Freestar Ranger approved. Just because not a huge fan of I like how it looks, but again, I feel like it's just a little bit too Destiny looking. Bub's probably like, the fuck is Destiny? All right, so next one we have here. This is the Valor Armaments VA 3200 bullpup rifle, which is based on the WA 2000. Again, it has a quest. We're gonna put it in Freestar Ranger. It just it gets the job done. Is very nice. Well, it's not very nice. It doesn't get the job. I say very nice if it's not. That's the tier. It's good. It's cool. I think again, it's like when it comes to like kind of weapon mods again, like I'm saying, I would much rather mod authors kind of go the route of kind of either kit bashing stuff from pre-existing weapons to make them fit more into the universe. This is kind of kit bashed a little bit, but obviously it's still based on the WA2000. All right, so next we have this is the Fallout. Where is it? The Fallout 3 sniper rifle by Hara, 400 credits. I love the sniper rifle. We're gonna have to put it in Call of Duty for the simple reason that it's a little bit too pricey in my book. Yeah. That's all there is to it. The next one we have is the... Oh, come here. This is the... Where is it? The Old Earth Firearms Pack by Bub, 400 credits. This is going straight into the ship parts. This, I think by now it has like 4 or 5 weapons in it. I will say my favorite weapons is the sniper rifle and the revolver. There also is like a kind of an, I think there's a shotgun and an SMG and another pistol. 400 credits, like, you can't go fucking wrong. So our second last weapon here, we have the Atom assault rifle by HyperX. Again, we're gonna have to put it in Call of Duty, just because, yeah, um, it's it's a cool gun. Again, a bit too tactical for Starfield, and also it doesn't it's not implemented well into the game. You need patches. And then finally, last but not least, we have the Railgun by Bub, 400 credits. That's going straight in here. But yeah, that is, so we're gonna jumble it around a little bit. And then we will be back. I want to kind of make it a little bit more fair. All right, so we moved around a little bit. So the ship parts hasn't changed too much. I do think this revolver is still probably my favorite weapon in the game. The Jaeger is a close second. And the firearm pack, yeah, and then obviously that there. So for the very nice section, I think these two are kind of tied in first place. I would say that maybe the plasma pistol kind of gets a little bit of an edge, personally, just because I'm a bit of a fanboy of plasma. But this one is, yeah, like the Vector and the assault rifle I really like. Again, the IED, the explosive, really cool. Bomb launcher, interesting. Oh, actually, you know, I'm gonna put the bomb launcher. I'm gonna put that ahead, the crossbow ahead of the bomb launcher, just because the crossbow is more usefulness. The bomb launcher is cool, but it's very much a kind of a. It's kind of like the Fat Man in Fallout. Cool. 9 times out of 10, you'll try to use it, you'll blow your legs off. And we're gonna put the melee weapon a little bit ahead of that, and then yeah, this here. The melee weapons are just, yeah, that gets the job done. Very cool. And then the Valor armaments, grenade launcher is another one where like it's quite cool, but given that the limitation of the game of how kind of explosives work. So 3-star Ranger approved. We've got the pistol at the front here because I'm just a fan of the 10mm pistol. The Lumi rifle, although being very Destiny-like, I think it's implemented well. W80,000 again, quite nice. We've got the Warden Dunn there. I think it's like middle of the road, really cool. And then we have the shotgun, the staple gun, and then the three pistols are kind of in the same boat because they're very cool. They're kind of like I mean they're just pistols. So Call of Duty, we have at the front here we have the Ryujin, because I do like the gun. Now I think the biggest kind of problem was labeling it Ryujin. I think if you were to like maybe tie it to like the UC and make it more UC looking sort of stuff, it kind of has a bit of an Ally Armaments vibe. Next we've got the sniper because I like the sniper, but it's Fallout, so you know. The Astra 19, honestly, if this was implemented better, I would put this up at very nice because I like how it looks. The what are these? That's the modular the modular melee. It's middle of the road. They're cool, you know, very Star Warsy, which some people may like. I'm not a huge fan of, but it's still, you know, it is what it is. So the RO80, the Atom, they're both kind of there purely because, well, they're kind of cool, but they're a bit too tactical. And then the VMP, mainly because it's kind of like a COD style weapon, old school, and then had that issue with the FPS. So my granny's a mod author. This is at the front of the line here because weirdly, I could see Ryujin making this as a kind of a making this Arborin, like basically having a kind of a, you know, like a kind of a what would you call it? Like, you know, like the equivalent of like guns that are like smaller, they're made more for kind of concealed carry. If it was implemented better, again, it's not. The laser cutter, kind of cool, ultimately, yeah. These two bad boys, the reason they're both here is because they're implemented quite poorly. And then we have this kind of, yeah. These four were just kind of, yeah. This one here, obviously, like, it looks cool, but it doesn't function well as a weapon because it's incredibly broken power, like, damage-wise. And also, it crashes your game. Or it did, obviously, like I said, a few times now. I'm going off of when I first kind of, or last used them. And then finally, we got this piece of shit. If you have bought this gun, I would highly recommend hitting up Bethesda support and asking for a refund. and basically mentioning to them that that the gun has been out for probably several months now and it's still broken. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Obviously there's meant to be no like hate here. You know, obviously if you are one of the mod authors who've made the weapon that's in My Granny's a Mod Author or Call of Duty, or well, if you're the mod author who made this, you should be ashamed of yourself. Fucking fix your shit. But yeah, no hate. I just kind of wanted to, you know, organize stuff give my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Would you kind of mix it around? Out of all the weapons I have reviewed here today, what would you say is your ship parts if you had to pick one? But that's pretty much it, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.